Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghujugam Srijeva Gopalakam Krishna Kirtana Gananatana Param Premamritam Panidhi Akvato Namase Samannalapati Sani Sadatu Chama Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivedanta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Chant and be happy.
Hare Krishna, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. What was that? That was interesting. Some kind of strange slide there. Welcome everyone to Saturday morning's Bhagavad-gītā As It Is, reading and discussion with the Prabhupada Disciples Association, Hare Krishna Society, and welcome all the faithful members who attend regularly every week to these programs as part of their sadhana program. And we are very excited to have this opportunity. We're going to start the program with the prayers that Srila Prabhupada wanted Yaśodā-nandana to chant and teach his students at the Gurukula, the Prabhupada Shrotram. So let's go with that. Hare Krishna. Rupa, roll that program, please. Do you have it, Ram Raghava?
Srila Prabhupada Stotram. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Krishna Kacheta Madamoha Vinashakarin Madrishti Gochara Prabhupada Swamin Dosha Vivritti Paridushita Manda Buddhe Tanchintayami Charano Tava Bhakti Etu Vrindavane Ramanareti Prasiddha Bhumau Tatrapi Krishna Balarama Supada Mule Jnanam Param Parama Krishna Sudharma Ityuktam Dantastuleva Prabhupada Namo Namaste 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 Kripapurna Drishti Namaste Namaste Mahananda Datri Namamo Namama Punaraksha Raksha Prasiddha Prabhupahimam Daksha Daksha Bhakti Siddhanta Shishyaya Bhaktivedanta Namine Prasannaya Prashantaya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaham Shrivanga Bhumijana Bhushana Ghora Leela Ghoranga Bhava Parisharana Matra Shila Radha Mukunda Pada Padma Manovilasin Ananda Rashi Prabhupada Namo Namaste Ananda Rashi Prabhupada Namo Namaste Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Very well done. This Shotram, these verses in glorification of Srila Prabhupada, a very unique aspect of our program here. And this is a program which is an expansion of Prabhupada's Vani incarnation. Because Prabhupada lives in sound vibration, and our whole program is focused around him and what he teaches us. So when people come to our program, they're getting a chance to get the truth as it was explained by him to all of us. So this is opportunity, preparation, and opportunity. When you prepare and you have an opportunity, you can become successful in spiritual life, very successful. And the human form of life is the opportunity, the chance to get out. You can't do it in other species. It's not possible. And we know if you have a pet, the pet is simply interested in survival. That's all. That's like humans. A lot of humans, they're animals because their main focus is survival. Of course, survival is a key thing. And but at the same time, that's not the purpose. The purpose is self-realization. How to become Krishna conscious with the human form of life. We have specific intelligence, everyone, that enables us to do this. And this is a discriminatory point of difference between a human being and an animal. But if an animal and a human being, all they do is eat, sleep, mate, and defend, then Prabhupada describes the human being as a sophisticated animal. Sometimes he referred to them as sophisticated cats and dogs. Very interesting point of view. But a truth that cannot be denied. So I had a very interesting experience, Mother Rochisha, last night after getting back from Mexico. I have, Vijaya Pandit, I have a new person that I'm working with in his spiritual life. We have quite a few people like that, as you know, like hundreds actually, of people that are interested in taking up spiritual life and are very serious about it. And he called me about 4 months ago on a referral from Ron Singh, Krishna Gita. And guess where he is? He's in jail. Yeah, he's in jail in Los Angeles. And he's been falsely accused for attempted murder, falsely. And now he's going to be exonerated from jail. He's going to get out. There's some kind of technical problem, Raghava, where the lawyer that's representing the person, the perpetrator of the crime, this person that tried to kill him, was also representing him. So he's been delayed for another month to be in jail. It's ridiculous. He's stuck there. He's innocent, 100% innocent. He was simply defending himself. But look at this attitude that he had. He goes, he's very humble and very respectful. It's amazing. He says, Prabhuji, he refers to him, Prabhuji. I said, yeah, Prabhu, how are you? He goes, well, I'm here in jail, but I asked him, did you get your Bhagavad-gītā yet? Bhagavad-gītā As It Is to read. And he says to me, no, I haven't been able to get it. Oh, really? And he says, but I've been reading other scriptures. Oh, he said, oh, I read the Bible. I read through the Bible and the Koran. And I've got a book from the Sikh group. I'm reading that. I said, gee, that's a good idea. He goes, oh, yes, Prabhu, I'm reading it. I'm trying to learn about these other philosophies while I'm in jail. So then when I meet other people, I'll be able to have some kind of understanding of why they believe in what they believe. And in this way, I can help them. I said, you know something, Prabhu? I think you're doing the right thing here. He has no books. He can't read, so he's reading other scriptures. Like you could turn around and say to him, oh, well, you only can read authorized books. True, I mean, if you have authorized books, that's fine. But if you have no books, you have these other scriptures, it's better to read those. At least you're getting some understanding of what you're doing. Look at that attitude. Very positive attitude. There's truth in the search for God. And he's turning a very difficult situation into a positive situation of learning about spiritual life with other scriptures. And when he gets out of jail, he'll be informed so he can deal with other people he meets, the Koran and this and that. I said, that's very unique. And there was a gang leader, Yaśodā, in the prison with him, like one of these M13, some guy, I don't know what the names of these groups are. And this guy's a gang leader, a very heavy guy. And he told him, this fellow that's in jail, he said, never change your attitude. You have such a beautiful attitude, don't ever change. Because he gets along with everybody. He demonstrates Krishna consciousness in his personal behavior, not disrespectful like so many people. I was mentioning to Yaśodā, in the Krishna movement, the larger movement, there's so much disrespect for other people. That's what they do. And it's very unfortunate, you know. They treat people in sporting events with more respect than they treat devotees. In fact, a lot of people in that group, or this so-called group of spirituals, have very bad attitudes towards each other, and they're always fighting. It's terrible. And they reject everybody. Like, I've known devotees for many years. Mother Richie, many years. I've known some people for 50 years. They will not pick up the phone if I call them. I'm not to try to preach to them or chastise them, just to say hello, Haribo, how are you? Just a friendly hello. Zero. We've had a situation recently where we're inviting people to come and celebrate Prabhupada's disappearance day on November 15th. And we've called, it's actually November 14th, but we're having it on the Saturday, so you're welcome, everyone, to come to it. But we call people up or get a hold of them, I'm not going to name anybody, and zero response. And these are senior disciples, of Srila Prabhupada, and they're not interested. What kind of group is this? So-called spiritual people that have no manners, none, no etiquette, zero. And that's all pervasive. It's a kingdom of fault finders, not fact finders. A kingdom of fault finders. If you make a mistake, they're going to jump on you. Hey, you said the wrong thing. It's a very unfortunate thing. In fact, many times for me, I enjoy meeting new people who are friendly, they're open-minded, respectful, and you don't have to deal with the bites of a bee on your neck, or a snake, I should say, trying to bite you. This guy is in jail. He's got the most negative situation you could think of. And he's very, very positive. Very positive. His circumstances are not good. He can't get the Gita. They somehow or other, they told him, oh, the Gita's come, but there's not enough to deliver them. So he's there without any books. And he said to me, well, I'll repeat myself. He says, well, I'm going to carry on reading these other books. I said, go ahead. Go ahead, keep studying. And understand you're learning these philosophies so that you, when you get out of jail, you'll be able to understand what are these teachings, and you'll be able to march on forward studying Prabhupada's books in his Vani incarnation. It's all the mind. The mind is the center point of the senses of the living entity. It is. It's in the mind. Sick mind. You've got a sick mind. And in the material world, everybody is diseased, very sick, and envious. Envious. They're envious of everything. And unfortunately, people that claim to be devotees, they also carry that contamination. Look at, this is the point, Vijaya Pandit. The point is we have to work together. There is a very important value in teamwork. No animosity to each other. Complete surrender to the mission. We have all these people wanting to get initiated lately. I said, well, you can come and get initiated, but you have to work with us. We're on a mission. What are we doing? Well, one thing, we're distributing the Srimad Bhagavatam. We printed it. Our group printed it. It's a great achievement for us. It's a sign that we're actively doing things that would please Prabhupada and Krishna. How many, everybody else, oh, I want to do this and that. But they don't do anything. They just criticize, fault find. Well, carry on. That's all I can say. Just carry on if that's what you want. Teamwork makes dreams work. And we have a really beautiful team of people that are coming forward to be devotees of Srila Prabhupada. And we worked cooperatively together. We do, despite all of the problems that are involved in organizing groups. It's very difficult. You know that, Mother Ruchisha. Is it easy to work with people? Well, and especially people from the so-called spiritual groups that we encounter. No, it's not. It's not easy. But we carry on without any disturbance. So those are some thoughts for today. This guy in jail, he was amazing. I can't wait for him to get out of jail and come on to our program, Yaśodā-nandana, and be a part of this wonderful Sangha and this opportunity, Vijaya Pandit, to associate with Prabhupada disciples and get the message without any change or adulteration. And that's what we do through this program. And we're going to keep going here. Now, Ram Raghava, I don't know exactly where we stopped the other day. And I was looking, I just got off the plane and I'm getting all my stuff sorted out of my luggage and that. And I thought, well, I think I know where we are. Real pleasure is Krishna. So I don't know where we are, but thank you. Real pleasure is Krishna, whereas material pleasure, which is temporary, is not actual. Those who can see things as they are do not take part in shadow pleasure. The real aim of human life is to attain that spiritual sky. But as Srimad Bhagavatam points out, most people do not know about it. Human life is meant to understand reality and to be transferred into it. All Vedic literatures instruct us not to remain in this darkness. The nature of the material world is darkness, but the spiritual world is full of light and is not illumined by fire or electricity. Krishna hints of this in the 15th chapter of the Bhagavad-gītā. So just quickly, These are lectures given by Srila Prabhupada that have been put into this book from 1966. So it's Prabhupada speaking to us. Na tad vayashyate suryo, na shashanko na pavakaha, yadgatva na nivartante tadhama paramam mama. That abode of mine is not illumined by the sun or moon, nor by electricity. One who reaches it never returns to this material world. Bhagavad-gītā 15:6. The spiritual world is called unmanifested because it cannot be perceived by material senses. Abhyakto shara iti yuktas tam ahu paramam gatim yam prapaya na nivartante tadhama paramam mama. That supreme abode is called unmanifested and infallible, and it is the supreme destination. When one goes there, he never comes back. That is my supreme abode. So there's two worlds, the material world and the spiritual world. That we have to accept as reality. A great journey is indicated in this verse. We have to be able to penetrate outer space, traverse the material universe, penetrate its coverings, and enter the spiritual sky. Paramam gatim, that journey is supreme. There is no question of going a few thousand miles away from this planet and then returning. This sort of journey is not very heroic. We have to penetrate the whole material universe. This is what we cannot do by spaceships, but by Krishna consciousness. We know that. We all know that. It's a lie. One who is absorbed in Krishna consciousness, who at the time of death thinks of Krishna, is at once transferred there. If we all want to go to the spiritual sky and cultivate eternal blissful life full of knowledge, we have to begin now to cultivate a Satchidananda body. It is said that Krishna has a Satchidananda body, Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha, and we also have a similar body of eternity, knowledge and bliss. But it is very small, and is covered by the dress of matter. If somehow or other we are able to give up this false dress, this illusion, we can reach that spiritual kingdom. If once we want to attain that spiritual world, return is not necessary. Yam prapya na nivartante. Everyone should try to go to that Dhamma, paramam, Krishna's supreme abode. Krishna himself comes to call us. And he gives us literatures as guidebooks and sends his bona fide representatives. Now, Prabhupada's not referring to the current bogus gurus. He's referring to all of the disciplic succession, which he is the current manifested bona fide spiritual master. We should take advantage of this facility given to human life. For one who reaches that supreme abode, penances, austerities, yogic meditations, and so on are no longer required. And for one who does not reach it, all penances and austerities are a useless waste of time. I think we read this, but it's ever fresh. Okay? It's ever fresh. The human form of life is an opportunity to get this boon, and it is the duty of the state, of the parents, the teachers, and guardians to elevate those who have acquired this human form of life to attain this perfection of life. Simply eating, sleeping, mating, and quarreling like cats and dogs is not civilization. Yes, cats and dogs. We should properly utilize this human form of life and take advantage of this knowledge to prepare ourselves in Krishna consciousness so that 24 hours a day we will be absorbed in Krishna, and at death, at once transferred to the spiritual sky. 24 hours a day. It's a real schedule. Purusha sapara paraha parta bhaktya labhasta ananya ya ashya tastani bhutani yena sarvam idam tatam. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is greater than all, is attainable by unalloyed devotion. Although he is present in his abode, he is all-pervading and everything is situated within him. Bhagavad-gītā 8:22, chapter 8, verse 22. If we are all interested in reaching the supreme abode, the process as indicated here is bhakti bhaktya, means devotional service, submission to the Supreme Lord. The root word is bhakta, is bhaj, which means service. The definition of bhakti given in the Narda Pancharatra is freedom from designation. If one is determined, yes, freedom from illusion. If one is determined to get out of the designations that are attached to the pure spirit soul, and we all know what they are, correct? We should arise due to that body and are always changed. When the body is changed, one can attain to bhakti. Bhakti is realized that one is pure spirit and not matter at all. Our real identity is not this body, which is simply a covering of the spirit, but our real identity is Dāsa, servant of Krishna. When one is situated in his real identity as a servant of Krishna and is rendering service to Krishna, he is a bhakta. That's our focus. Rishikena, Rishikesha, Sevanam. When our senses are free from the material designations, we will utilize them in the service of the master of the senses, Rishikesha or Krishna. And you can do that with our group. As Rupa Goswami points out, we have to serve Krishna favorably. Generally, we want to serve God for some material purpose or gain. We know that with many of these so-called bogus gurus. Of course, one who goes to God for material gain is better than one who never goes. But we should be free from desire for material benefit. Yes. Our aim should be to understand Krishna. Of course, Krishna is unlimited, and it is not possible to understand him. But we have to accept that we can understand. Bhagavad-gītā is specifically presented for our understanding. Through receiving knowledge in this way, we should know that Krishna is pleased, and we should serve him favorably according to his pleasure. Krishna Consciousness is a great science with immense literatures, and we should utilize them for the attainment of bhakti. Purusha Sapara, in the spiritual sky, the Supreme Lord is present as the Supreme Person. There are innumerable self-luminous planets there, and in each one an expansion of Krishna resides. Let's just see Prabhupada explaining everything in one simple lecture. There are 4 armed and have innumerable names, completely giving us new information we never heard about in the West. They are all persons. They are not impersonal. These Purushas or persons can be approached by bhakti, not by challenge, philosophical speculation or mental concoctions, or by physical exercises, but by devotion, without the deviations of fruitive activity. What is Purusha? The Supreme Person, like Yashya Tashtani Bhutani Yena Sarvam Idam Tatam. Every living entity and everything is within him, and yet he is without, all pervading. How is that? He is just like the sun, which is situated in one place and yet is present all over by its rays. Although God is situated in his Dhamma Paramam, his energies are distributed everywhere, nor is he different from his energies, in so much as the sunshine and the sun are non-different. Since Krishna and his energies are non-different, We can see Krishna everywhere if we are advanced in devotional service. Premanjana churi ta bhakti vilochenena santa sadeva hridayeshu vilokayanti. I worship the original personality of Godhead, Govinda, whom the pure devotees, whose eyes are smeared with ointment of love of Godhead, always observe within their hearts. Brahma Samhita 538. Those who are filled with love of God see God constantly before them. It is not that we saw God yesterday night and he is no longer present. No. For one who is Krishna conscious, Krishna is always present and can be perceived constantly. We simply have to develop the eyes to see him. So God is everywhere. He's omnipresent. Due to our material knowledge, the covering of the material senses, we cannot understand what is spiritual, but this ignorance can be removed by this process of chanting Hare Krishna. How is this? A sleeping man may be awakened by sound vibration, although a man may be for all intents and purposes unconscious. He cannot see, feel, smell, etc. The sense of hearing is so prominent that a sleeping man may be awakened by a sound vibration. Similarly, the spirit soul, although now overpowered by the sleep of material contact, can be revived by this transcendental vibration of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Don't be shy, chant along. Hare Krishna is simply an address to the Supreme Lord and his energies. Hare means energy and Krishna as the Supreme Lord. So when we chant Hare Krishna, we are saying, oh, energy of the Lord, oh Lord, please accept me. We have no other prayer for acceptance by the Lord. There is no question of praying for daily bread, for bread is always there. Hare Krishna is but an address to the Supreme Lord, requesting him to accept us. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself prayed, Ai Nandana Tanujana Kinkaram Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Buddha Kripaya Tava Pada Pankaja Stiti Duli Shadrishtam Vichintaya. O son of Maharaj Nanda, I am your eternal servitor. And although I am so, somehow or other I've fallen, yes, into the ocean of birth and death. Please, therefore, pick me up from this ocean of death and fix me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet. Shikshastakam, verse 5. The only hope of a man fallen in the middle of the ocean is that someone will come and pick him up. If someone just comes and hauls him but a few feet out of the water, he's immediately relieved. Similarly, we are somehow lifted from the ocean of birth and death by the process of Krishna consciousness. We are immediately relieved, although we cannot perceive the transcendental nature of the Supreme Lord, his name, fame, and activities. If we establish ourselves in Krishna consciousness, gradually God will reveal himself before us. We cannot see God by our own endeavor, but if we qualify ourselves, God will reveal himself, and when we will see, no one can order God to come before him and dance. But we do have to work in such a way that Krishna will be pleased to reveal himself to us. We're going to finish this because we've been reading it over and over again. Krishna gives us information about himself in Bhagavad-gītā, and there's no question of doubting it. We just have to feel it, understand it. There is no preliminary qualification necessary for the understanding of Bhagavad-gītā. Simply, it is spoken from the absolute platform. The simple process of chanting the names of Krishna will reveal what is one, what God is, when the material and spiritual universes are what they are, why we are conditioned, how we can step out of that conditioning, and everything else step by step. Actually, the process of belief and revelation is not foreign to us. Every day we place faith in something that we have confidence will be revealed later. We may purchase a ticket to go to India, and on the basis of that ticket, we have to have faith that we will be transported. Very important point here, faith. Why should we pay money for a ticket? We do not just give the money to anyone. The company is authorized, just like Prabhupada is authorized, and the airline is authorized. The process of bhakti yoga. So faith is created. When faith, we cannot take one step forward in the ordinary course of our life without faith. Faith we must have. But it must be faith in that which is authorized. It is not that we have blind faith, but that we accept something that is recognized. Bhagavad-gītā is recognized and accepted as scripture by all classes of men in India. And as far as outside India is concerned, many scholars, theologians, and philosophers accept Bhagavad-gītā as a great authoritative work. There is no question that Bhagavad-gītā is authority. Even Albert Einstein, such a scientist, read Bhagavad-gītā regularly. From Bhagavad-gītā, we have to accept that there is a spiritual universe, which is the kingdom of God. If somehow we are transferred to a country where we are informed that we will no longer have to undergo birth, old age, disease, and death, we will not be happy. If we heard of such a place, surely we would want to try as hard as possible to go there. No one wants to grow old. This is Prabhupada preaching to us. No one wants to die. Indeed, a place free of such suffering would be our heart's desire. Why do we want this? Because we have the right, the prerogative to want it. We are eternal, blissful, and full of knowledge. But we have been covered by this material entanglement and we've forgotten ourselves. Bhagavad-gītā gives us the advantage of being able to receive our original status. The Sankarites and Buddhists claim the world is void, but Bhagavad-gītā does not disappoint us like that. The philosophy of voidness has simply created atheists. We are spiritual beings and we want enjoyment, but as soon as our future is void, we will become inclined to enjoy this material life. In this way, the impersonalists discuss the philosophy of voidism while trying as much as possible to enjoy this material life. One may enjoy speculation in this way, but there is no spiritual benefit. Brahma bhuta prashanatma na sochati na kankshati samah sarveshu bhuteshu madbhaktim labhate param. One who is transcendently situated at once realizes the Supreme Brahman. He never laments or desires to have anything. He's equally disposed to every living entity. Oh yes. In that state he attains pure devotional service unto me. Bhagavad-gītā 18:54. He who has progressed in devotional life and who is relishing service to Krishna will automatically become detached from material enjoyment. This is renunciation. This is how to practice renunciation. The symptom of one absorbed in bhakti is that he's fully satisfied with Krishna. And we'll move on. Let's mark this carefully, that the next section is chapter 5, associating with Krishna. And we'll go forward. This was a long reading, but we've been reading it over and over again. It was ever fresh, the transcendental sound. But still, it's always good to follow where we left off. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to the Sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya. We're going to move forward with a lecture by Srila Prabhupada now. Haribol.
padakamalam. A Vaishnava is never
If it is your dream to work at a Mang company, all you need to do is register for this free masterclass taught by instructors who have worked there. We have helped over 20,000 learners to prepare and upskill for product and strategy interview rounds at top tech companies.
We'll try once more.
Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam. A Vaishnava is never Matsara. Matsara means, it is described by Sridhar Swami. Matsarata para utkarsanam asahanam. The material world is such that if your even own brother becomes prosperous, you will be envious. Oh, my brother has become so prosperous, I could not. This is natural here. Jealous, because the jealousy has begun from Krishna. Why Krishna shall be the enjoyer? I shall also enjoy. This jealousy has begun. Therefore the whole material life is full of jealousy. I am jealous of you, you are jealous of me. This is the business of material. So here it is called Bimatsara. No jealousy. How one can be jealous? Less. Unless he is a Krishna devotee. He must be jealous. This is the nature. Therefore Sri Bhagavad says that Dharma projita koitava atra paramaninma sarana vastava-vostu vedamatra. Dharma, there are many religious systems. There is jealousy, so-called religious system, cutting the throat of the enemies. Why? If you are so broad-minded that if you see everywhere Narayan, why you are cutting the throat of the goats or the cows or other animals? You should be merciful to them also. But that mercifulness cannot be exhibited without being a devotee, vimatsara, nirmatsara. Therefore, this so-called religious system, which is full of matsarata, jealousy, that is called koitava dharma, cheating in the name of religion. So, this God consciousness is not a cheating religion. It is very broad-minded. Titiksava karunika srida sarvabhutana. This Krishna consciousness movement means everyone to become friend of everyone. Otherwise, if a Krishna conscious person does not feel like that, why he should take trouble to preach Krishna consciousness all over the world? Vimatsara. Yeah, one should understand that Krishna consciousness is so nice that everyone should relish it. Everyone should take part of it. Krishna consciousness means God consciousness. Because people are suffering on account of lack of God consciousness. That is the cause of suffering. Krishna bhuliya jeev bhogvancha kare, pasete mayatare japotiya dhore. This is the formula. As soon as we forget Krishna, immediately there is Maya. Just like in the sunshine and in the shade, they are existing side by side. If you don't remain in the sunshine, then you come to the shade, darkness. And if you don't remain in the darkness, you come to the sunshine. Similarly, if you don't accept Krishna consciousness, then we have to accept Maya consciousness. And if you don't accept Maya consciousness, then you have to accept Krishna consciousness, side by side. So Krishna consciousness means not to remain in the dark consciousness. Tamasi ma jyotir gama. That is the Vedic instruction. Don't remain in the darkness. And what is that darkness? The darkness is bodily concept of life.
See, people are jealous. Jealousy, people are jealous. A devotee is not jealous. A devotee is a humble, broad-minded individual and a friend of everyone. Well, these are good lessons. We'll move forward with our next section of the program, which is the reading and discussion from the Bhagavad-gītā. We're going to start with the chanting of Jaya Radha Madhava, led by Srila Prabhupada. Please chant along. Hare Krishna.
Sai. Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yaśodā-nandana Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari. Jaya Samad Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai, Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai, Sri Radha Krishna Go Gopinath Sam Kund Radha Kund Giridhar ki jai, Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Navadvip Dham ki jai, Swami Bhaktivinoda ki jai, Ganga Mai ki jai, Jamuna Mai ki jai, Tulasi Devi ki jai, Bhakti Devi ki jai, Swami Bhaktivinoda ki jai. All glories to the assembled Lord. All glories to the assembled Lord. Thank you very much.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. O my Lord, Sri Krishna, the son of Vasudeva, the all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Nara from Srimad Bhagavatam 1:1-1-4. Narayanam namaskritya. Narayanam namaskritya. Naram cheva narottamam. Naram cheva narottamam. Devim saraswatim vyasam. Devim saraswatim vyasam. Tato jayam mudirayat. Tato jayam mudirayat. One should utter the means of conquest, Srimad Bhagavatam and Srimad Bhagavad-gītā, after offering respectful obeisances, 1, to the personality of Godhead Narayana, 2, to the Nara-Narayana Rishi, who is the supermost human being, 3, to the Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, then 4, to Srila Vyasadeva, the author, from Srimad Bhagavatam 1-4. Welcome everyone to this reading and discussion on Srimad Bhagavad-gītā. As we do every week, we will be reading a few selected verses which were introduced by Srila Prabhupada himself in February of 1966 when he started his lecture program in New York City, USA. Om Ajnanati Mirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sugurave Namaha. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Sri Chaitanya Mano Bhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. When will Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada, who has established within this material world the mission to fulfill the desire of Lord Chaitanya, give me shelter under his lotus feet? Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Anbitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master and unto the feet of all Vaishnavas. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of Srila Rupa Goswami along with his elder brother Sanatana Goswami, as well as Raghunath Dasa and Raghunath Bhatta, Gopala Bhatta, and Srila Jiva Goswami. I offer my respectful obeisances to Lord Krishna Chaitanya and to Lord Nityananda, along with Advaita-Acharya, Gadadhar, Srivas, and other associates. I offer my respectful obeisances to Srimati Radharani and Sri Krishna, along with their associates Sri Lalita and Vishaka. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Oh, my dear Krishna, you are the friend of the distressed and the source of creation. You are the master of the gopis and the lover of Radharani. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshware Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye. I offer my respects to Radharani, whose bodily complexion is like molten gold, and who is the queen of Vrindavana. You are the daughter of King Vrishabhanu, and you are very dear to Lord Krishna. Vanchakalpa tarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanibhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namaham. I offer my respectful obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord, who can fulfill the desires of everyone, just like desire trees, and who are full of compassion for the fallen souls. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Before we begin the actual reading, it should be pointed out that this reading and discussion is based upon the original non-adulterated 1972 Macmillan edition. In all purports, translations, and synonyms are from His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupāda, Founder-Ācārya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, also known as the Krishna Consciousness Movement. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavad-gītā, chapter 14, text number 5. Sattvam rajastamayiti gunaha prakriti sambhava nibadnanti mahabhaho dehe dehinam avyayam. Sattvam, mode of goodness. Rajaha, mode of passion. Tamaha, mode of ignorance. Iti, thus. Gunaha, qualities. Prakriti, material nature. Sambhavaha, produced of. Nibadnanti, thus conditioned. Mahabhaho, almighty arm one. Dehe, in this body. Dehinam, the living entity. Avyayam, eternal. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Material nature consists of the three modes goodness, passion, and ignorance. When the living entity comes into contact with nature, he becomes conditioned by these modes. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The living entity, because he is transcendental, has nothing to do with this material nature. Still, he has become conditioned by the material world. He is acting under the spell of the three modes of material nature. Because living entities have different kinds of bodies in terms of the different aspects of nature, they're induced to act according to that nature. This is the case of the varieties of happiness and distress. Text number 6. Tatra sattvam nirmalatvat prakashakamanāmayam sukha sangena badnati jnana sangena chanaga. Tatra, thereafter, sattvam, mode of goodness, nirmalatvat, being purest in the material world, prakashakam, illuminating, anamayam, without any sinful reaction, sukha, happiness, sangena, association, badnati, conditions, jnana, knowledge, sangena, association, cha, also, anaga, O sinless one. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. O sinless one, the mode of goodness, being purer than the others, is illuminating, and it frees one from all sinful reactions. Those situations in that mode develop knowledge, but they become conditioned by the concept of happiness. Purport. The living entities conditioned by material nature are of various types. One is happy, another is very active, and another is helpless. All these types of psychological manifestations are causes of the entity's conditioned status and nature. How they are differently conditioned is explained in this section of Bhagavad-gītā. The mode of goodness is first considered. The effect of developing the mode of goodness in the material world is that one becomes wiser than those otherwise conditioned. A man in the mode of goodness is not so much affected by material miseries, and he has a sense of advancement in material knowledge. The representative type is the Brahmana, who is supposed to be situated in the mode of goodness. This sense of happiness is due to understanding that in the mode of goodness, one is more or less free from sinful reactions. Actually, in the Vedic literature, it is said that the mode of goodness means greater knowledge and a greater sense of happiness. Om Ajnana-timirandasya. Not finished yet. The difficulty here is that when a living entity is situated in the mode of goodness, he becomes conditioned to feel that he is advanced in knowledge and is better than others. In this way, he becomes conditioned. The best examples are the scientist and philosopher. Each is very proud of his knowledge, and because they generally improve their living conditions, they feel a sort of material happiness. This sense of advanced happiness in conditional life makes them bound by the mode of goodness of material nature. As such, they are attracted towards working in the mode of goodness, and as long as they have an attraction for working in that way, they have to take some type of body in the modes of nature. Thus, there is no likelihood of liberation or of being transferred to the spiritual world. Repeatedly, one may become a philosopher, a scientist, or a poet, and repeatedly become entangled in the same disadvantages of birth and death. But due to the illusion of the material energy, one thinks that that sort of life is pleasant. Om Ajnana-timirandasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshuranmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Dechatarine Bhakti Siddhanta Shishyaya Bhaktivedanta Namine Prasannaya Prashantaya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Bhagavad-vandana khadyam Guru Vandana Purvakam Kshiram Sharkara Yuktam kadate hi visheshataham adadana-strinam danteridam yache punah punaham Srimadrupapadam bhojadulisyam janma janmani amsho bhagavatosmyaham sadadaso asmi sarvata tatkripa pikshako nityam tatprishta sadkaromismam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. There's some very important points mentioned by Srila Prabhupada here with regards to the mode of goodness and the brahmanas. Interestingly, in text number 5, we see that Prabhupada is mentioning, or the text by Lord Krishna is mentioning, material nature consists of the 3 modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance. When the living entity comes in contact with nature, he has become conditioned by these modes. Now, how does one become in contact is the question. But we see that in previous verses, Lord Krishna explains, must have been a previous chapter, Karanam gunasangasya sadasad yoni janmasu, that when one comes into contact with the modes of material nature, he obtains a favorable or unfavorable situation. Sad asat means auspicious and inauspicious. Karanam gunasangasya. Now, this is very important because we see that there are some philosophers who seem to think, some religious denomination philosophers, that you only have one life and afterwards you either go to heaven or to hell. Well, it's a pious belief, no doubt, and we don't want to disturb anybody's pious belief, but reality is different, as explained in the Bhagavad-gītā. How do these philosophers explain the different varieties of life? What is their explanation? Even in human society, when we look, just like yesterday, I had to drive someone to some medical appointment. When I came close to the doctor's office, I started to see people coming out, and there was an elderly gentleman who was fairly obese. He was hunched over. He was grimacing. Obviously, he was in a lot of pain. He was suffering. And then there was another lady, a younger lady. She was very happy, smiling, walking very naturally. So why is it that these conditions of life are so different? But this is explained in the Bhagavad-gītā. Karana means the cause. Guna Sangha means association with the modes of nature. By association with the modes of nature, I think Rupa Goswami found the verse. Thank you, Rupa Goswami Prabhu and Ram Raghava. Prabhupada explains, Purushaha prakriti stohi punkte prakriti jan gunan karanam guna sangasya sadasad yoni janmasu. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. The living entity in material nature thus follows the ways of life, enjoying the 3 modes of nature. This is due to his association with that material nature. Thus, he meets with good and evil amongst various pieces. Prabhupada nicely explains in the purport. This verse is very important for an understanding of how the living entities transmigrate from one body to another. It is explained in the 2nd chapter that the living entity is transmigrating from one body to another, just as one changes dress. This change of dress is due to his attachment to material existence. As long as he is captivated by this false manifestation, he has to continue transmigrating from one body to another. Due to his desire to lord it over material nature, he's put into such undesirable circumstances. Under the influence of material desire, the entity is born sometimes as a demigod, sometimes as a man, sometimes as a beast, as a bird, as a worm, as an aquatic, as a saintly man, as a bug. This is going on. And in all cases, the living entity thinks himself to be the master of his circumstances, yet is under the influence of material nature. So this is a very important point. Why are all these different varieties of life? Guna sangasya, because of the association with the modes of material nature. So the question comes, how to become free from that association and end the cycle of suffering of birth, death, old age, and disease. Now, there are some people who think very nicely that in the material world, they think that they're enjoying very nicely, especially in the mode of passion, as human beings. They think I've got such nice facility, nice car, nice apartment, nice house, good wife, children, family, society, good nation. Okay, very nicely. How long will that last? Not very long. And it can end any moment. It can end any moment very quickly. And what happens next? They do not know. What happens at the time of death? They do not know. Prabhupada used to complain, in this life, somebody may be working in a skyscraper building, in the next life, it may be a cockroach in the same building. No knowledge of where they're going, why they are suffering. This is, like Prabhupada mentions in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, when Sanatana Goswami met Lord Chaitanya, he expressed that everybody calls me a Pandit, but I do not know who I am. I do not know my position. So this is very important. That is why the first instruction of a bona fide acharya is to educate the follower or the students. What is your position? Who you are? And what is your function? What is your real business in this world? What is this world? How was it created? What is the purpose of human life? This is not about just religious rituals or some senseless, endless argument about religion or anything. No, this is solid, transcendental knowledge about our position. This is what the Bhagavad-gītā gives. This is what the bona fide empowered acharya gives. He gives that knowledge. Prabhupada gives the example that this body changes just like a dress. For example, if you have a shirt or a dress and a dress becomes very old and starts falling apart, do you lament? No, you get another dress. You buy another dress or go get another dress or another skirt. And you put on another skirt, you don't lament. So similarly, this body is like that. Prabhupada one time said, that is like going to sleep for 8-9 months. Then you get a different body, according to your karma. But they have no knowledge. They think, very popular philosophy, Gnostic philosophy, oh, you only live once, enjoy yourself, and then everything is finished. It's not finished. You will live on, and you will experience the result of your activities, of your karma. You may not experience it right now, but you will get. Every day we create more karma. We create more action and reaction. And these action and reaction, according to the modes of nature, will perpetuate, and one will get another body to continue the suffering again and again and again, unless one receives the mercy and kindness of a bona fide, enlightened, self-realized, pure acharya. What is that kindness? Is it just receiving a rasgulla from Srila Prabhupada or some sandesh? That is nice. Many of us have experienced that, but the real kindness is the transcendental knowledge. Om Ajnana Timira Andasya. We offer our respects to the spiritual master who has opened our eyes from the darkness of ignorance. Ajnana, just like the darkness, the deep darkness of ignorance. And by this knowledge, one can be enlightened, engaged in the service of Krishna. This is very important. And that knowledge is given by the spiritual master, by the self-realized spiritual master. This is different than institutional so-called spiritual masters or figureheads. Those kinds are a dime a dozen. But the real knowledge given by the Acharya, that is eternal. That is available every single day. At any time to the serious person, one who is serious to inquire from the Acharya, that knowledge is given, it is there. And that is the position of the teachings and original teachings of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupāda, the current Acharya of the Krishna Consciousness movement. Back to you in the studio. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Yes, that is the message from the bona fide spiritual master. And I was thinking about this Yaśodā-nandana Prabhu, the value of hearing. It is, especially when it's a bona fide source, just like a brochure. Prabhupada uses that example of a brochure. It tells you where you're going to go if you go on a vacation. Hey, Vijaya Pandit, you get the brochure and it says, oh, there'll be swimming and there'll be volleyball and this and that you can do at it. And you think, oh, well, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to book a ticket. I'm going to go on this cruise and I'm going to enjoy myself materially. So this transcendental knowledge that Prabhupada is delivering to us, just like we've been reading today about two worlds. There's two worlds. There's the material world. There's the spiritual world. And what are the characteristics of both? Well, that's the philosophy. We're getting this medicine of information into our consciousness. And in this way, it opens our eyes to reality. That's what Krishna consciousness is. You become educated. What is real education? This knowledge of the difference between material life and the spiritual life that we can achieve through qualification. You have to be qualified. People think, oh, I can just go visit the President of the United States, for example. Well, no, sorry, you can't get in. You have to qualify. And not only do you have to qualify materially, you have to pass all kinds of checks and balances. They go through a detailed review of who you are. You can't just walk into the office of the president. You think you're a big shot, but you may not be. So qualification is the necessary ingredient for getting the association of the pure devotee. You have to be qualified. And the association of Krishna. And you have to have faith in it. You have to have implicit faith in the words of the spiritual master. And in this way, all the purports of the Vedas will become revealed through faith, not through academic knowledge, not through buying your way into spiritual life. It's not by money. I always tell people, you can't buy us. I don't care how much money you have. You cannot buy us. Money does not do it. If you're a devotee, a sincere, humble servant of Krishna, then those qualities will be manifested in your face. Did you know that, Mother Achisha? That the face is the index of the mind. Sure, you can pretend. I see a lot of people online pretending to be the new incarnation of Lord Chaitanya. Hey, Vijay Panda, do you see them sometimes? They're like this. And they got these faces. It's just absolutely very revealing, eh, Ram Raghava? You just look at their face. There's one guy in the States here, I'm not going to mention his name, but he looks like a ghost. People are commenting all the time to you, this guy looks like he's not here. He's in another world. But this is, the face is the index of the mind, and words reveal your character. Your actions, your words, your face, everything becomes revealed in due course. So we have to take up the brochure, Easy Journey to Other Planets. Prabhupada gives it in that brochure, the message of what the purpose of life is and how to get out. There are two worlds. It's hard to accept that, isn't it? The material world and the spiritual world. It's a bridge over covered troubled waters, let's say. How to get this focus in our lives. And every day we have to get up and practice this process and qualify ourselves through it to get an understanding of we are the eternal servants of Krishna and not this body, I'm going to say it, of stool, pus, and urine. Sorry, I don't want to gross anybody out. We're not this body. We're the spirit consciousness in this body. And this process of hearing will redirect us out of this circumstance and put us on a blissful Satchidananda platform of devotional service. So just a few thoughts here. We're going to move to the next section of our program. And this is very interesting because there is a question of bona fide spiritual master and bogus spiritual master. Bona fide, bogus. There are a lot of, not only in the ISKCON group, but all over the world, there's millions of different movements preaching God consciousness at a certain level, and they're bogus, period. So we're going to read some from Our Living Guru, a booklet, and Yasoda's going to take this part. Haribo.
We are reading from Our Living Guru, section 3.5. Agreed that Lord Krishna and his genuine representative are present through their instructions. But still, how can we equate simply following those instructions with what we usually think of as personal living association? Answer. Let us consider the condensed portion of a lecture on Bhagavad-gītā 4:14 given by Srila Prabhupada on the 3rd of April, 1974 in Bombay. Instead of accepting Krishna, we're accepting some rogue imitation, rogue Krishna. This is our misfortune, but we should not do that. There is Krishna. Here is Krishna. And in his words, Krishna is absolute. He's not different from Krishna. The words of Krishna and Krishna, there is no difference. When you read Bhagavad-gītā, if you feel like that here is Krishna speaking before me, then your life is successful. Krishna is speaking. Actually, it is a fact. It is a fact. It is not that Krishna is no longer here. 5,000 years ago, he spoke. Therefore, this Bhagavad-gītā has become null and void. This is nonsense. Krishna can speak at every moment, at every second. Premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena santa sadeva hridayeshu vilokayanti. Those who are santas, therefore, it is said here, iti mam yubijanati. Does he say that simply in this age? No, at any time. Iti mam yo abhijanati. One who understands Krishna at any time, at any place, iti mam yo bijanati karma bir nasabhadyate. He becomes liberated person simply by this understanding that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, because he's speaking like a man. We are thinking that Krishna came and Krishna is now dead, and his instruction is also dead, absolute. No, that is not. Krishna is ever existing, nityo nityanam. We are also ever existing. We are also ever existing. We are covered by this material body, but Krishna is not covered by the material body. He comes in his original body. So Krishna comes to save us and gives us his instruction so that after his disappearance from this world, people will take advantage of his instruction and make his life perfect. But if we misuse our intelligence and do not take advice from Krishna and manufacture so many plans for prosperity, that will all fail, unquote. Like Krishna, the spiritual master is identical with his instructions. Srila Prabhupada's instructions. Srila Prabhupada, they're all exactly the same. In his instructions, Srila Prabhupada is living. But sad to say, as soon as Srila Prabhupada disappeared, some of his students took the opportunity to introduce the unauthorized principle of the living guru. Whenever an Acharya comes, writes Srila Prabhupada, following the superior orders of the Supreme Personality of Godhead or his representative, he establishes the principles of religion. Unfortunately, when the Acharya disappears, rogues and non-devotees take advantage and immediately begin to introduce unauthorized principles in the name of so-called swamis, yogis, philanthropists, welfare workers, and so on. The Acharya, the authorized representative of the Supreme Lord, establishes these principles, but when it disappears, things again become disordered. The perfect disciples of the Acharya try to relieve the situation by sincerely following the instructions of the spiritual master. From Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 4, Canto 4, chapter 28, text 48. So whatever we have done up to this point, from now on, we should try to become perfect disciples of Srila Prabhupada. For the foreseeable future, we should become gurus in the sense that Lord Chaitanya and Srila Prabhupada plainly intended. We should help our fellow neophytes link up with our beloved, fully self-realized, and perfectly Krishna conscious eternal guru, Srila Prabhupada. Back to you in the studio. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
We should help our fellow neophytes link up with Srila Prabhupada. It's the truth. That Prabhupada lives in sound. This is a fundamental principle of this yoga process. The sound vibration. We call it the Vani incarnation. We're all familiar with that term for those who are new to our group. And by the way, I wanted to thank all of the new people that are joining us on a weekly basis to be a part of this Sangha. Thank you. This expansion of the message of Srila Prabhupada and Lord Chaitanya in its unadulterated form is something that a lot of people are looking for. And we're seeing that as time goes on, this is becoming more popular to hear the truth, not the distorted truth, by those who are interested in profit, adoration, and distinction. And it's very common that people will look for a business opportunity, Pure Angelo. That's what they do. They're looking, how can I get into a good job? Everybody's looking for a good job. They're thinking, hey, I know a bit. I've got this bit of information from these scriptures. Maybe I'll go into business. and I'll get followers or disciples. And they use all kinds of techniques, like we have this bridge preaching technique, where you're the new Tony Robbins or Joel Osteen of Krishna Consciousness. And you can get followers and you get money. Do people like to get money? Money, sweeter than honey. People try all different angles to get money. It's actually a huge disease, the money disease. And it's done even in governments where they create a democracy. I called it yesterday hypocrisy. That's what it is, hypocrisy. A person gets in government and all of a sudden they become super rich. They make a small salary and then they get their statement of earnings, how much they have, and they went from 1 million, now they have $100 million. What the heck is that? So people, they're paupers. They join a movement, they got nothing, and all of a sudden they've got airplane tickets, they can go anywhere. They've got beautiful cars they can drive around in. They have really nice apartments that they live in, but they're sannyasis. Excuse me, sannyasi? It's bewildering, isn't it? How the heck did a guy who is supposed to be a renunciate sleep under a different tree every night and go here and there, all of a sudden he's a prince in a movement? Because they're interested in profit, adoration, and distinction, and it's manifested in their lifestyle. You don't have to be a genius to figure it out. All you have to do is open your eyes and listen. That this is hypocrisy, not anything else but hypocrisy. And this is the Kali Yuga, and we're moving ahead with our next section of the program, which is another lecture by Srila Prabhupada. So please tune in here and we'll see it. Hopefully the stream will work. Sometimes these streams don't work. Sometimes the internet interferes, but we carry on. It's the way of the world. Haribo.
Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam
Krishna. Even if you don't surrender to Krishna in this life, you will eventually surrender to him, each and every one of us.
Will everyone, even if we don't surrender to Krishna in this life, will everyone surrender to Krishna? Will everyone go back to Godhead eventually?
You have got doubt? Rest assured, not everyone will do that. So you have no reason. It is not that everyone will do that. Therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Ei rupe brahmanda bhrumite kono bhagavan. Unless one is bhagavan, very fortunate, he will not go back to home, back to that. He will rot here. So this Krishna Consciousness movement means we are trying to make people Bhagavan. If he wants, he can become Bhagavan. That is our attempt. We are creating so many centers. We are teaching how to become Bhagavan, fortunate, how to go back to home, how he can be happy. Now if one is fortunate, they will take this instruction and turn his life. Therefore this is mission. But without becoming Bhagavan, nobody can go. Fortunate. So we are giving them chance to become fortunate. This is our nature. The most unfortunate is getting the chance of becoming fortunate. Any one of us can consider this. How from unfortunate life they are coming to fortunate. This is Krishna Consciousness movement. That we are giving chance to the unfortunate. Everyone is unfortunate. Everyone is a rascal. We are giving chance to them how to become intelligent and fortunate. This is Krishna. If the people are not so unfortunate and rascal, then what is the meaning of preaching? Preaching means that you have to turn the rascals and unfortunate to become intelligent and fortunate. That is it. But unless you are fortunate and intelligent, you cannot take to Krishna. That is a fact.
Fortunate means we have to become fortunate, and fortunate means to hear from the bona fide spiritual master in his Vani incarnation, the sound representation that he manifests in the material world to help us get out of the state of material ignorance, material confusion, material identification with this body. I'm a Canadian, I'm an American, I'm Italian. We're not these things. We're Jivara Swarupa Hoy. This is the principle. And Prabhupada told me that when I got initiated, that you should always see yourself as the servant of the servant of the servant of Krishna. And in this way, you'll become great. So the more we have this mentality of humility, the more we have this mentality of selfless service, the more we have this mentality of being surrendered, the greater we'll become as a living entity and a perfect example for other people to follow. And this is our business, to set example in our own particular area of the world. Because all of you are situated throughout the world. In our program, we have people from all over the world coming. And you devotees are known as, here's the term, Vijaya Pandit, centers of influence. You're a center of influence. Well, who are you influencing? Everybody that you're around. And you work diligently to help others become, Prabhupada said, fortunate. That's our business. From being unfortunate, being so confused, so bewildered by Maya, we help them become fortunate by setting our own personal example for them. And that is the mission of the Prabhupada Disciples Association and the Hare Krishna Society, to spread this mission of truth from Srila Prabhupada in his Vani incarnation for everyone that you come in contact with. That's the job of our membership, to help others. So we're going to leave it at that. And thank you, everyone. We're going to go to the next section of our program, which is, I believe, Rupa Goswami is the 10 offenses. So maybe we can play that. Is that next? We have so many sections, eh? Rochisha Devi, this section, that section, blah, blah. But it's amazing. The Vani incarnation is manifested in these programs. Haribol.
Nectar of Devotion, Chapter 8, Offenses to be Avoided. The offenses against the chanting of the holy name are as follows. First, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Second, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. Sometimes the atheistic class of men take it that any demigod is as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu. But one who is a devotee knows that no demigod, however great he may be, is independently as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, if someone thinks that he can chant Kali, Kali or Durga, Durga, and it is the same as Hare Krishna, that is the greatest offense. Third, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Fourth, to blaspheme the Vedic literature or literature in pursuance of the Vedic version. Fifth, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination. Sixth, to give some interpretation on the holy name of the Lord. Seventh, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name of the Lord. Because by chanting the holy name of the Lord, one can be freed from all kinds of sinful reactions. It should not be taken that one may continue to act sinfully and after that chant Hare Krishna to neutralize his sins. Such a dangerous mentality is very offensive and should be avoided. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities. Karma Kanda. 9th, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Anyone can take part in chanting the holy name of the Lord, but in the beginning one should not be instructed about the transcendental potency of the Lord. Those who are too sinful cannot appreciate the transcendental glories of the Lord, and therefore it is better not to instruct them in this matter. 10th, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy names, and to maintain material attachments, even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivedanta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Forwarding that is my ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕಪ್ಪ ಅವ್ರು ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare
ಹೊಡೆದು ಆನ್ಲೈನ್
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare Rama,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
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 Ram,
Rama,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
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 Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Rama
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Rama
Hare
Rama Rama
Ram Hare
Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare Rama,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Ram
Krishna, Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
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 Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Krishna, Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
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 Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama,
Krishna Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Rama,
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram
Rama,
Ram Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare
Hare Hare
Rama, 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 Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna
Rama, Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
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 Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna
Rama, Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
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 Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama,
Hare Hare
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare Rama,
Ram Hare Hare
Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Rama,
Ram
Hare Rama, Rama, Rama,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare. Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna.
Hare Hare
All
Hare
glories
Krishna
to
Hare
Srila
Hare Krishna
Prabhupada.
Krishna
Chant
Krishna Hare
and be
Hare
happy.
Hare Rama Hare
Hare Rama
Rama
Hare Rama
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 Hare
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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Rama
Krishna.
Rama Rama Hare
Let us take this opportunity to offer our respectful obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord, who can fulfill the desires of everyone, just like desire trees, and who are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Vancha kalpa tarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Thank you everyone for attending. A special thanks to Vishwakarma Prabhu and Yaśodā-nandana Prabhus for leading these classes. Yaśodā-nandana Prabhu had to step out because he wasn't feeling well, so he went to take rest. Special thanks to Rupa Goswami Prabhu in Mumbai for hosting, and also Mother Shrestha Rupa Devi Dasi for all the wonderful presentations. And thank you everyone for attending. We had a very good attendance today. We got up to 38 people today at one time. And I see a lot of newcomers, so a special welcome to the newcomers also who attended for the first time today. By the lunar calendar, today is the anniversary of the disappearance day of our beloved spiritual master, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupāda. And we will be having, as the announcements have shown, the program on November 15. Please don't forget to join tomorrow also for the Srimad Bhagavatam class at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time here in the US and 10 a.m. in the East Coast time. And now we will go on to the next part of the program. Hare Krishna.
I'm listening. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Play that bass, chant for peace. Don't be shy, chant along, chant along. Hare 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 Hare, Hare Bo, Hare Hare Bo, Hare Bo, Hare 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 Hare, Hare Bo, Hare Bo, Hare Bo, Hare Hare Hare
Nityananda Mahajan Nadia Gojume Nityananda Mahajan Patiya Chinam Hate Jibera Karan Patiya Chinam Hate Jibera Karan Shraddha Bhanjan hai, Shraddha Bhanjan hai, Shraddha Bhanjan hai, Shraddha Bhanjan hai, Prabhu aagai bhai magiye bhikha, Prabhu aagai bhai magiye bhikha. Bhajo Krishna Koro Krishna Shika Bolo Krishna Bhajo Krishna Koro Krishna Shika Aparara শূন্য হইল কৃষ্ণ নাম অপরাধ শূন্য হইল কৃষ্ণ নাম কৃষ্ণ মাত কৃষ্ণ পিত কৃষ্ণ দান প্রাণ কৃষ্ণ মাত কৃষ্ণ পিত কৃষ্ণ দান প্রাণ কৃষ্ণের সংসার ঘর ছাড়িয়া না কৃষ্ণের সংসার ঘর ছাড়িয়া না বিবেদয় কৃষ্ণ নাম সর্বধর্মসার বিবেদয় কৃষ্ণ নাম সর্বধর্মসার সাধবান জন হে সাধবান জন হে সাধবান জন হে সাধবান জন হে নদিয়া গজুমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজন নদিয়া গজুমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজন হাতে আছে নাম হাতে জীবের করণ হাতে আছে নাম হাতে জীবের করণ Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.